Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day and that you've had a good weekend. I want to talk a little bit about this fear of rejection because fear of rejection is something that most of us have either dealt with in the past or are dealing with right now. And it tends to manifest in different ways. Sometimes we are eager to make sure that we do everything perfectly because we want things to look great so that people are more accepting of it. Or we think things through so much that we don't do anything at all because unless it is perfect, we don't want to put it out there. And that shows up whether it's a post where maybe we've wanted to make a video, but we're so concerned about doing it that we don't do it at all. Or it could be a job change. We know what we want to do and we are eager to get it done, but yet the situation isn't perfect, so we don't try it at all. Fear of rejection can be under all of those things. We're so concerned about how things will look, how others will perceive us, that we don't do anything. So I want to give you two ways to look at this so that when you're making your decisions, you could have a different perspective. One, are you investing your time in someone that is more than likely never going to be satisfied? And this might happen from maybe a parental figure. Maybe you grew up with someone that was pretty tough, and no matter what you did, it was never good enough. And you're still finding yourself doing it now, where you want that approval. And it's really hard because they're more than likely not going to have that type of personality to give you that approval you're looking for. One way you could look at this is it really saying something about you, or is it really saying something about them? If you grew up with a tough love type of person, then maybe they're just more focused on results, but they're so focused on that they don't look at individual accomplishments as a big deal. So maybe it's not really about you and it's about them. If it is about them, then why invest your energy trying to get approval from them when more than likely it's just not their style? It doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with them, but maybe they've got their own growth that they've got to do. Or maybe they have to deal with something in their own lives before they could get to that place. And you're running around in circles trying to get approval from someone that's just not likely to do it. But really it has nothing to say about you. The other piece is looking at it like, are you giving up your freedom in the process? I'll give you an example. I was working at a place where I had a boss that no matter what I did, it was never enough. I had great results with my clients. People were getting healed. Traumas were being resolved. All these great things that you would think a boss would be pleased with. And yet I found myself feeling rejected often. She would make lunch plans and never include me in them. She would have special meetings in her office that I was never invited to. And it started to develop this need inside of me to maybe go to work earlier, leave work later. My results with my clients were there, but I wasn't connecting with her, and I thought maybe I wasn't doing enough. So one day I had a conversation with her, and she said to me, you just don't seem as concerned as the other therapist. And I asked what she meant, and she said that I was too laid back in the meetings. As I look back on those meetings, a lot of those meetings had elements of fear in them, like, well, maybe you won't have a job, or maybe you won't be here any longer. And that never really concerned me because I had peace about having a job. I figured my results are there, why wouldn't I have a job? So it wasn't really about me, it was something going on with her. And in the process, I was giving up my freedom to get out of work at a reasonable time, my freedom to enjoy my job, my freedom to speak up sometimes when I needed to. So when you're thinking about this concern about how people are going to perceive you, think of two things. One, is it really about you, or is something going on with the other person? And two, are you giving up your freedom in the process? If it's a video on LinkedIn, are you giving up your freedom to try something new? Your freedom to give your story out? Your freedom to try a new business idea? And are you investing your time in someone that is more than likely not going to give you the answer you want? Not because there's something wrong with you, but because it's not them. And lastly, what do other people say about you? Meaning, how many people think you're great? How many people admire you? Think about all those things as you're making a plan for your future. And if there's an opportunity for you to tweak something, then don't miss out your freedom to try and to revamp, because that's how we learn. So I hope that helps you. I know these are difficult things that we don't always talk about, but they can make a difference in where we're going. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. Have a great day and let me know what you think.